I am just a girl in a wheelchair. I am not a toy. I am not a lifeless toy.
Frustration over getting denied a field trip to Disneyland with her classmates. Now this 8th grader's father is demanding answers and access.
Our Team 10 investigator Allison Ash reveals how what happened to this little girl could help thousands of other special needs kids with mental and physical disabilities.
This is the only thing
Going down, Mama.
that makes 14-year-old Madison Wilanik's ride to school different from anyone else's.
Bye, Madison.
Bye.
Madison's very easygoing. She's always been really pleasant. She's, it's never been like she's high maintenance or, has to be sequestered and bundled and all kinds of behavioral outbursts or anything. She's very good.
Madison does have a one-on-one aide who does everything from picking up dropped pencils to helping with assignments.
I want her to have as much of a regular experience as all the other kids get.
One morning in February, it was anything but regular. Madison's stepmom met the bus to tell the driver she'd be late to school because of a doctor's appointment.
And he said, why, she's not going to Disneyland? And we didn't know anything about the trip. Like, what trip to Disneyland? No permission slip, never heard about it, nothing. So.
Don't be fooled by the constant smile on Jean Wilanik's face. Madison's dad was furious.
I guess that's my coping mechanism, that or break something.
Wilanik called the vice principal of Hilltop Middle School.
He just said, like, very matter of fact, well, there's like 100 students going, so we couldn't get the lift for the bus, so that's why Madison's not going.
Madison had never mentioned the trip or the one she says happened a year earlier. She didn't get a permission slip for that one either. When her dad asked about it, what she told him next made his blood boil.
So I'm handing out the permission slips, and I asked Coach, hey, Coach, why is mine not in there?
And the principal asked me to have Madison write a statement of events, what happened in her own words.
And he told me why I was not going on the trip because the bus has no lift. The next day,
Madison read me the letter she wrote to the school the day of that trip.
That I'm upset I'm not going on the trip.
They're supposed to be in tune with kids that have all kinds of developmental delays.
Do you find it unconscionable that they could do this to one of their students?
I do. I think it's cruel.
Making matters worse, Madison's one-on-one aide got to go on the trip.
I felt upset, very upset, but kept it in because, well, like Dad said, I'm kind of easygoing.
So for the second straight year, Madison missed her favorite Disney event and her favorite ride. We checked with Sweetwater Union and found out the district has 110 school buses. 71 of them have wheelchair lifts. But the bus that was taken to Disneyland was a charter bus. Why it didn't have a lift for Madison is something that will likely be worked out in court.
It's important to set that precedent that this is not going to be accepted in our society, that we have rules and regulations, and disabled children should not be excluded from Disneyland trips, especially those that are designed for a special education class.
Madison still goes to school every day, even to the same adaptive PE class where the coach had her hand out permission slips to everyone but herself.
How dare you just say that?
And remember that letter she wrote to Hilltop Middle School? She ended it with a plea.
So please ensure I get a permission slip even if he says I'm not going on next trip due to this. Sincerely, Madison.
Madison and her dad filed a claim against the district. They rejected it, and that means it'll likely become a lawsuit. Now, a spokesperson for the district told us they do not comment on pending legal issues. According to Sweetwater's own website, there are 4,600 students with disabilities in that district. Madison and her father want to make sure what happened to her does not happen to any other kids. Allison Ash, Team 10.
Thank you, Allison.